Dr. Conrad Douglas, CD, is an applied scientist and outstanding leader in the field of science, technology, and innovation in industry and the environment. He has been engaged in research and development work while solving various scientific, process engineering, and environmental problems locally and internationally. Dr. Douglas is part of the team examining the pros and cons of the introduction of liquefied natural gas, LNG, for the transformation of the energy sector.
I have always been fascinated with the sciences from my early childhood, I would say from my infancy. But I really didn't know that it was science at all or what it was, As a matter of fact, I've been always very close to nature. I have a deep and abiding love for nature and still do, will always do. Chemistry has given me great satisfaction. To this day, that is very senior, late stage of my life. The interest is still very, very deep, and the flame burns strongly. The greatest satisfaction that I get from my work is the results, After having made the effort, do the observation, do the experiments, and you get the results. There's not much more that can be as satisfying as that. And when you know that what you do, there is a goal that you're satisfying, that there's a mission or a greater vision that you're satisfying, that contributes to development, that's even more satisfying. You never know what you're being prepared for when you're subjected to a course of investigation or study. For my PhD studies, I had to do something which was most unusual. Alcan had a big problem after an industrial dispute and strike, which lasted for more than 6 weeks. And they came back to try and start up the plant, and it just wouldn't start up. They came to the university and said they want the university to help to assist it. I was the student who was sent to Alpat. I was selected to do this thing, working so close to it, Redmud, at this time for many years. I could sense immediately what might have gone wrong. And so I said, okay, this is it, calculation done, let's do the experiments. And so said, so done. Everybody was there watching. So when it worked, bingo, I don't know, they didn't fly through the roof literally, but they did. It was costing a lot of money at the time, about $10 million per week for 3 weeks, everything being operated, not a product being made and so on. So it was very, very satisfying. And in the field of science, we have made outstanding contributions to the world, but most of it is not known. And again, there is the need to get to the basis of the knowledge industry. I think I would have left a great database behind. Great database, having produced several publications and more than 3,200 major reports that could be invaluable for Jamaicans and other people externally, for years to come. I think the part that I love most is the many persons whom I have nurtured. That's the sort of legacy. And if they could just continue the work, I'd be happy with that. There are a lot of outstanding recipients of this award. And I know the work that has been done by the Institute of Jamaica. And I know what the Musgrave Medal and Musgrave did in laying the foundations of the liberal arts and sciences in Jamaica. So to have been elevated to that echelon of outstanding persons, is of great significance. And I am deeply honored, and I thoroughly enjoy the privilege and the pleasure of receiving this award.
For his contribution to science, the Council of the Institute of Jamaica is pleased to award Dr. Conrad Douglas, CD, the Silver Musgrave Medal for outstanding merit in the field.